or good afternoon. This is not Turkey. I am back home, back in England. The majority of this year, I have been feeling like I've been riding a wave, this crest of like positivity, of new experiences, exploring, and at no point have I taken that for granted. But I know there are always going to be challenges and things that test me, and this last month in Turkey has been one of those. I'll be honest with you now, I did not plan my summer. I was too focused on the short term, trying to make sure I was there with the skiing and just having such a good time. And this is something of a trait of mine that, I'm constantly sometimes looking too far ahead or focusing too much on the middle and not really finding much of a balance. This all seems amazing, I know, getting paid to go and work in another environment, and often from the outside it can very much seem like there's not much actually that you're doing work-wise, which is not the case. It is predominantly work. It is just like any other job, and one of those fundamental challenges is your work-life balance. In Turkey, what I had initially thought was me just struggling to settle in was very much clear to me in the last 2.5 weeks that there was something more going on, which fundamentally boiled down to me feeling quite depressed, unhappy, stressed, and with that things were starting to sort of decline quite quickly, and at times the only thing that kept me happy was making friends, doing things with them. Rewind a year, and before I started working as a rep, the job I had before, I had a similar phase that came over me. At the age of 23 then, there was a serious period of quite a stressful time at work. It led to a change in myself that not only I was aware of, but the people around me, the people that I cared about, also noticed. Which at that time led me to, I guess, sort of try and deal with things at the time in a way that were not the right way to do it. Fast forward a year, bring it back to now though, I'm a lot older, I'm a lot more self-aware, and the one thing that I've become very good at in the last few months is making decisions purely for my own welfare. And so that is why I quit my job a few days ago. This was not a decision I took lightly, and to be honest, I was wrestling with it probably for the majority of the time I was out there. As you know, initially my thoughts were it was me just finding things difficult, but when I knew it was more than that, I was having an internal struggle and an internal argument with myself that again was I was noticing generally me as a person was not the same as I was in the winter. I'm still my outgoing, happy self, but there were quite a few times where there was sudden lot changes in mood, massive losses of confidence, and then just generally, sort of feeling quite down. And the overall feeling with that then was just wanting to escape. And luckily, in the short space of time I'd been out there, everyone who I'd got to know so well, including the people within the workplace, were very understanding and very supportive of that. Since that last vlog, I just didn't want to pick up the camera. The only other bits that I sort of filmed were actually a few hours after the vlog had finished, which I think can quite visibly demonstrate actually some of the distress I was in. Just take a look for a second.
I've thought about this every night and every day pretty much over the last 2 weeks, trying to convince myself that it's fine, these things are normal, that the way you're feeling is perfectly natural and it will get better, but I just don't see how right now.
So I flew back this morning very early into the UK. I was picked up by my brother, which was really, really great. Since then, we've picked up the dogs from the office. I've seen my dad, seeing my mum later on. So being back with the family has been quite a nice feeling. But it's all about, again, putting my health first and my welfare first. There are things I want to understand about some of the ways I have reacted and felt in certain situations whilst I was out in Turkey. And I think to do that, it's definitely probably something I'm going to look professionally for a bit of advice for. Looking forward though, it's all about the next challenge. Sort of a few months down the line, I've got the next ski season coming up. I've accepted the contract, so it's likely gonna be Austria. I'm hoping to find out within the next few weeks exactly where, so do stay tuned on that front. I know I've talked on a lot again today, and you might not find these videos as interesting as maybe the ones where, you know, I'm out and about exploring, but ultimately I want to be able to show the ups and the downs of what I'm doing within my life and trying to build a career, whatever that is just yet, I don't know. So thanks very much for taking the time to listen to this anyway. I do appreciate the support. Hit the like and subscribe button, and any comments you have, by all means type away. So I'll see you next time.